Welcome back to the live stream here at LightFair. This is Get a Grip on Lighting. It's brought to you by Keystone Technologies, Greg Ehrich. KEYSTONETECH.com.
You can see their product online. You can go to their booth, biggest booth at the show, learn more about them. They always got innovative product, great people, great service, great everything.
Go to KeystoneTech.com. That's KEYSTONETECH. We have Neil Peterson from LED Lighting Supply on the show today. Welcome to the Get a Grip on Lighting live stream.
Yeah, thank you, gentlemen. Thanks for being on, Neil. He's got this red light. I saw it.
Really distracted me, but we're here. So you're LED Lighting Supply out of Colorado.
So actually, we're out in New Hampshire.
Oh, New Hampshire.
We do service the whole U.S. So.
That's right. Okay. And tell us a little bit about what you guys are here doing, or what.
We're here meeting partners. We're focused on commercial and industrial LED lighting, sports lighting, poles, and fans, industrial grade fans. But we're here meeting with partners, looking at some of the new technology out there, and we've actually found the show quite innovative.
Yeah, that's great. When you say poles, what do you mean? Like you're talking
parking lot poles. We do wood poles for sports applications and also high mast poles.
Wood poles are still a thing, right? Like people still do wood.
It's actually, one of those, no one really talks about it, but, half our application, people need poles.
Yes. It's so true. He's 100% correct.
Yes.
And it's and the poles, when you look at the metal poles under 30 feet, most of them aren't made in the USA, so they've been impacted by the recent tariffs. So we've actually moved to composite, which we actually manufacture here in the U.S.
A composite pole?
A composite pole, 7-year warranty, stronger, it's lighter, easier to install. It works with all the same accessories, bullhorns. So again, the price now with the tariff stuff is about the same.
What height do you go up to on those?
30 feet.
You can't go much higher.
We do the standard parking lot pole. We actually have a 45-foot class 2 equivalent in a composite. So so for telephone applications or low-level sports, height fields. So no, it's been people are high demand now. We've been selling quite a few of them.
And you guys you're a manufacturer of product?
Yeah, so we have products manufactured for us. So it's our UL, our DLC. So we do a lot of lighting plans, and with that, we quote poles too when the site needs new poles, especially in your sports application or your parking applications.
When you're talking sports, are you doing like high school,
high
college,
school level, up to high school level? So
okay.
Low, the D3, D4, none of the higher end we really don't get involved in.
Sure.
Our specialty is high schools and or little league fields.
Yep.
It's interesting that you brought up that the levels. There's definitely a difference between way more lights are at the lower levels of lighting, not the D1 or the professional level, but there's a lot of lights that are community based.
Absolutely.
They're not. You think that that's not. Actually, that's $175,000 lighting job right there. You know what I mean?
Or more in many cases. Where, if the town has their own installers.
Sure.
I mean, they can do it for a lot less, and a lot of the towns can't afford it. So we really provide them a good alternative. We do the lighting plan, can meet whatever their requirements are or their existing light levels, and it really works well.
I've done a fair amount of sport field lighting projects now, and one question that always comes up is the integrity of the existing pole. How do you do that? Is there you need a structural engineer, or is it something you can point to?
Probably more than half the fields we do have the telephone class pole.
Yeah.
And telephone class poles basically last forever. When they're in trouble.
Sure.
And it's a class 2 or a class 3, so it has a lot of extra strength, way beyond the weight
So that's a pole with concrete sunk in the ground, right?
Sometimes it depends on the permitting. It's not always concrete. A lot of times it's drilled down and they use some compound around it. It's not always cement.
Is that wood or is that steel?
Wood. That's wood. So
it's crazy how we cut down trees and then replant them. We cut down trees and then we replant the trees.
And put lights on them.
And you actually can do your wood telephone poles up to 70, 80 feet in some cases.
I know.
The reality is they're not as many around anymore.
How do they get so many straight trees out of Canada?
Actually,
That's where it comes from.
a lot of them don't come from Canada.
No?
Texas, there are a lot of other places where the Colorado mountains where trees are harvested. We do both southern yellow pine and western yellow pine.
Yeah.
So again, to the ANSI spec, from a class standpoint.
Wow.
That's what most wood poles are, pine. I didn't know.
Yeah,
Okay.
most wood poles are pine. Yeah. So, but again, no one ever talks about
Nobody
poles.
talks about poles.
No.
Totally.
And so,
Totally.
you're driving around in a parking lot, you can tell when you've got bad poles. They're rusting at the bottom,
Yeah, sure.
the base, they need to be replaced. And,
Yes.
so again, that low end, under 30-foot metal pole, we can't keep them in stock.
I bet.
So that's where the composites got nice, because basically we can make them on demand and still ship within 7 to 14 days.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the thing too about a lot of the LED fixtures are heavier than what was up there.
In
And then-
some
No,
cases,
not
not
come
really.
on.
If they have the
HPS,
driver,
HPS,
built on. I know for like
metal
sport,
halide, 400-watt metal halide.
a
come
sport
on.
field
light.
lighting has a
Oh,
metal
remote
halide.
ballast.
Remote drive. Yeah.
You got to have the remote driver then.
You still can, but the fixture itself is 30
Get
pounds
the
more.
remote driver.
30 pounds more
Yeah,
than
we
the,
find so a 1,000-watt
shade.
replacement weighs around 27 pounds. A 1,500-watt replacement gets you up to about 39.
But how much
40.
is the 1,000-watt? The 1,000-watt ballast is like 100 pounds. No.
But if the ballast is down, I'm
Yeah.
saying a
Oh,
lot of them are
yes,
just
of
a
course.
shade of
Yes.
metal and a ball.
Yes.
That weighs nothing. And
Yes.
so you're increasing it.
Well, we
significantly.
all know the LED is much
Totally,
superior
totally.
to the HID.
Yeah.
The energy savings, the quality of light, and the longevity.
But
of
what
the
about the
product.
wind shear on that thing too? If you
That's
go
another
heavier.
thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what's poles can.
Yes,
Maybe
there's
why we
very-
don't talk about it.
That's right. That's why we
Too many
don't.
things that can go
Well, that's
wrong.
why what you really got to do with the wood poles, you got to over. It's got to be. That's why we don't let people. Oh, can I get a 5 or 6 pole and put a crossbar? We really push the class 2, class 3 in those cases. They're designed to withstand and well exceed what the wind.
You pick any pole, you're going to go wood.
For sports, I would.
Oh man, that's a huge statement.
Well,
dude.
because you say
that is a
it's-
huge
That is.
statement.
I would
actually.
say last. I mean,
Yes.
the life of a pole is equal to our life. you know?
Sure.
I mean, think of telephone poles. They're all over the place. So they do last forever.
Have you ever sold a wood pole, Mike?
Never. No, actually, no. That's not. I personally no.
Yeah.
My company has a couple times.
Here come-
Until 2 years
We
ago.
bought.
but,
We
you know,
bought poles.
yeah. Okay.
It's a,
Start some poles.
it's a real thing.
Yeah.
Neil Peterson on the live stream from LED Lighting Supply out of Rhode Island. Rhode Island, we got it right.
New Hampshire, but
New Hampshire.
Get a
anywhere
grip.
in the USA.
Get a grip on lighting. We're testifying at the Rhode Island Superior Court. Hi, Greg.
We are. You're
Yes.
right. Yeah. We got to be ready for that.
So check out nail.org. We're going to put it up there. Come check us out at the Rhode Island Superior Court. Go to KeystoneTech.com. AEYSTONETECH.